So when we are solving triangles that are not right triangles, what we'll do is, what I tell kids to do, if it says solve a triangle, it means write all the parts that are missing. So what I do is I put big A, big B, big C, little a, little b, little c. And then I fill in what I know. I know that big B is 105. Big A is 33. And little b is 37.9. Now we're going to learn the law of sine and the law of cosine. Law of cosine is harder than the law of sine, but the law of sine has some issues, which is what we're going to learn tomorrow. So those are the little quirks to this. Okay, so big C is the easiest to find. What do? You just subtract from 180. So it'd be 138. 180 minus 138, which I believe is 42 degrees. Got it? So now we set up our fraction. And big A is across from little a, and big B is across from little b, and so on. So we have to look for our full fraction. Every problem is going to give us either a full fraction from the start or the ability to find a full fraction, which means it's probably a third angle that you can find easily. So this guy here is my full fraction. Do you see it? Mm-hmm. So I have sine of 105 over 37.9 equals sine of 33 over little a. Okay? So how do you think we find little a? You cross multiply. So you take 37.9 times sine of 33 equals sine of 105 times a. And to leave the a alone, we divide by sine of 105 on both sides. And go ahead and key that in your calculators. So now we have to find little c. That's the only thing left to find. So I still use this fraction because it's the one the problem gave me from the beginning. And if you use the a fraction, the a fraction, which you can, but you were wrong on little a, you're going to be wrong on little c, and you'll get 2 wrong instead of 1. Okay, so I always use the one that they gave me. So I have sine of 105 over 37.9 equals sine of 42 over little c. Same thing. C sine of 105 equals 37.9 sine of 42. And divide that by sine of 105. And C should give you 26.25. Make sure you can get that and ask me a question if you can't. So that's the law of sine in a nutshell. The only little housekeeping things is, if you're looking for an angle, what button did we push when we were looking for an angle? Second sign of the decimal gives you the angle. So remember that when you're looking for an angle, it's going to come up. So the other thing we're doing is finding area of a triangle. And on your formula sheet, on the first one that says formula in your packet with the unit circle, it'll give you the first ones of these two, but I gave it to you depending on what sides they give you, okay? So I gave you 3 for each one, but it's the same thing. I just moved around. So if they give you, let me just draw an ABC triangle, big A, big B, big C, little a, little b, little c. If they give you 2 sides, like C and A, and the included angle, the angle in the middle, then you use this first formula, okay? And you find the one with a big B on it, and you should be able to use that. You see it? If they give you either 2 angles or 3 angles and one of the sides, you use the second formula. You understand? So you have to pick your formula based on what the picture gives you. And there's 6 of those that you have to do for finding the area. if your triangle's name is like GHK, change it to ABC so you don't get confused with the formulas. Just change the G to A, and you know what I mean? So just change it so you don't get confused. It's just easier that way than to try to think all the time and make silly mistakes.